The Premier has expressed her shock at revelations that a state government MP is being investigated by police for an alleged rape. The Nationals MP Michael Johnsen has identified himself as the politician accused of sexually assaulting a sex worker. Let's go now to state political reporter Ashleigh at Macquarie Street. Ashleigh, what more did the Premier have to say?
Well, Nita, the Premier said she did not know about the allegation until it was made public by a Labor MP using parliamentary privilege late yesterday. Gladys Berejiklian says it's a serious allegation, but she wouldn't say much more because it's under investigation.
Allegations that have rocked the nation's capital have made their way to Macquarie Street.
I was made aware of that matter yesterday evening, and I'm relieved that it's being investigated by the police, which is the appropriate place for investigation.
Yesterday evening, the Shadow Minister for Women, Trish Doyle, used parliamentary privilege to allege a government MP had raped a sex worker at a secluded lookout in the Blue Mountains 18 months ago. She said the woman had agreed to a specific sex act, but the man allegedly sexually assaulted her.
This man who raped her is a government member of this chamber.
Nationals MP Michael Johnsen identified himself as the man. He released a statement denying the claim. "I am devastated by these allegations. I am confident any investigation will conclude that I am an innocent party." Police have been investigating since last September, and Mr Johnsen says he's been cooperating.
My question is to the Minister for Police and Emergency Services. When did you first become aware that the New South Wales Police Force was investigating the member for Upper Hunter?
Not long after the member for Blue Mountains decided to politicise an ongoing police investigation that she knew was being undertaken, the Police Commissioner called me to advise me.
Labor has defended its use of parliamentary privilege, insisting permission was given by the woman who made the allegation.
Women are telling their stories in different ways, and I am confident that the member for Blue Mountains has always acted with the victim in this instance front and centre in what she has done.
Mr Johnsen has resigned as Parliamentary Secretary and has been suspended from the National Party. He's now on leave, and those in his electorate are coming to terms with the allegations.
I'm absolutely shattered.
We won't know until it's proved in court or whatever, but yeah, and it's not real good for the area.
And it's diabolical for the government. Not only is it tainted with an allegation of rape, it's also lost its majority. But publicly at least, the Premier wouldn't be drawn on the political ramifications.
I think all of us want to make sure that justice is served well.
Ultimately, Ashleigh, this is a police investigation, and it would be completely inappropriate for me to make a public commentary in relation to it.
The ABC understands police expect to formally interview Mr Johnsen tomorrow. Ashleigh, ABC News, Sydney.
And Ashleigh is still with us at Macquarie Street. Ashleigh, this rape allegation now puts the culture within state politics firmly under the microscope.
Before this allegation was made public, the culture within this building was already being examined. The Premier had ordered a review into whether the procedures for ministerial staff to make complaints about bullying, sexual harassment or assault were being investigated to see whether they are adequate. Gladys Berejiklian clearly recognises the momentum that's developed around Australia, and this allegation adds gravity to the moment in New South Wales and a sense of political urgency.
Well, as you reported there, the coalition is now in minority government. How risky is that for the Premier?
It's low risk. The Premier will now have to rely on the crossbench to get her legislation through Parliament. There's no sense that she won't get enough support, but undoubtedly it means that there'll be a lot more dealing behind the scenes to make that happen. So, Juanita, it'll mean that the Premier will have to work just that little bit harder to ensure that the public sees her government as strong and stable.
Ashleigh reporting there.